Hi there, my name is Sarah and we're going to go over some photography tips that you can use whether you're using a camera, a smartphone, a tablet, or whatever. Today we're going to be talking about light, and there are a lot of important things to pay attention to with light, including direction and harshness. So where your light is coming from matters a lot because that changes the shadows that are in your photo. If you just have light coming from behind your subject, then your subject is going to be all shadowy, like if you've ever tried to take a photo of people standing in front of a window. If you have light hitting your subject straight on, that takes away almost all the shadows, which you'd think would be great, but it can actually mess with how people's faces look because you can't make out their facial features as well. And light that comes from the side throws different shadows depending on the exact direction it comes from. Grab a flashlight, stand in front of a mirror, and shine it on your face at different angles to see exactly what I mean. Harshness is also important because it can affect the mood of your photo. If the light is really hard, that throws sharp, dramatic shadows. Direct sunlight, for example, is hard lighting, as would be a lamp without a shade. Softer light has gentler, more gradual shadows, and you would get this from some cloud cover, or anything else that diffuses or spreads out the light. So if you want to play around with this, find a flashlight, some white fabric, I'm using a t-shirt here, and a subject, like a toy or a figurine. Now try to find as many light sources as possible for your subject, from overhead, like the sun when you're outside, or a light in the ceiling of your house, from the side and from behind, like from a lamp or from a window. Take photos of your subject with these different light sources and angles that you found. And then also, use your flashlight to add an extra light source, either the flashlight by itself for some very harsh light, or with some fabric covering it for a softer light. This is a great way to play around with different kinds of light and with adding more light to a photo. Now, obviously, a lot of the time, you're not going to be able to light your subject perfectly using a flashlight and an old t-shirt. So what are some other things that you can do when taking photos if you want to play around with lighting? First of all, don't be afraid to use your flash. A lot of people think that the flash on their camera is just for when it's dark out, and that's not true. Sometimes, even on a bright day, flash can make your pictures better. And also, find things that bounce light around. Newspaper or white construction paper, or even a sheet of foil is amazing for that. If you're taking a picture of someone and light is coming in from behind them, like maybe they're in front of a window, get them to hold some paper and bounce some of that light back up into their face. Suddenly, you have two sources of light, one from the window and one from the paper, and they balance each other out a bit more. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for some more photography tips.